6.4, we're learning about trapezoids, okay? Is a trapezoid a parallelogram?
No.
No, why not?
Because it doesn't have two pairs of parallel lines.
Doesn't have two pairs of parallel sides. It only has one. The other ones are angled in. Okay, let's talk about parts of a trapezoid real quick. The parallel lines are base 1 and base 2. Okay, I'm going to refer to those as base 1 and base 2. Now, what do they give us on this diagram?
The angle.
They give us an angle of 50 degrees, okay? Starting from there. Which one do we think matches that?
R.
Why do you say R?
Because it's a linear pair.
S is what kind of angle?
Acute.
Acute. R is acute. Okay, so these are both 50. So in a parallelogram, where were the congruent angles at? What was their relationship? They were across from each other, right? In a trapezoid, they are going to be on the same side. They're connected to the base. So the angles that are connected to the base, they have to be connected to the same base to be the same. Okay? So what do you think P and Q? We think those are the same or if they're different?
They're probably going to be the same.
They're going to be the same. If we know S and R, how do we find P and Q?
Subtract from 180.
Yep, because S is acute, P is obtuse. Acute and obtuse make a 180 degree angle.
Yes.
So we need 180 minus 50 to get that other angle, which is 130. And if P is 130, what's Q? 130. Okay, and those are the same because they are connected to the same base. Okay, so angle pairs are now connected to the same base. They're right next to each other. Okay, questions? All right. If we have a triangle like this, what do you know about S and P? Sorry, trapezoid. What do you know about angle S and angle P?
They're the same as R and Q.
They add up to 180. Their relationship is they add up to 180. Remember that. Okay. Look at these. Go ahead and try these. Okay. Find all the missing angles. Okay, number 1, it gives us angle D, which is 100. First, let's label. What do we know? What are those parallel lines called? Bases. Base 1, base 2. Okay, it gives us 100. Which one's the same as angle D? C is the same. Okay. How do we find A and B if we know D?
180 minus 100.
180 minus 100, and we get 80. That's A and B. Okay. Okay, on number 2, we know angle C is 70. Which one's the same? D. And then how do we find A and B? 180 minus 70. It gives you 110. And that's A and B.
Is that all we're doing?
Okay, last one, looking at number 3. Okay, we know angle A is 75. Which one matches? Why does B match? It's straight across. What else? It's next to it. And it's connected to the same base. Okay. How do we find D and C? 180 minus 75 to give us 105. And that's both of our top angles. So the same angle pairs are connected to the same base. Questions with angle measures of a trapezoid?
If we don't label the corners, are we going to get deducted?
What do you mean?
I just wrote the answer.
No, that's fine. Okay. But on your homework, okay, if you have, if you have a trapezoid and it gives you 80 over here and it wants this question mark, don't give me this one as your answer. Okay, it's asking for the question mark, give me the question mark. Okay. I'm going to back up to the angles real quick. Last thing we're going to talk about is the mid-segment of a trapezoid. Mid-segment is that middle line that they create in the middle of the trapezoid. Okay? Looking at number 4, how do you think we're going to find the length or the measure of that mid-segment? Take some guesses. Right. Where'd you get 6 from? I want to go through it. You subtracted. Okay, if I subtract, we get 6. Does it make sense for that line to be 6?
No.
Why not?
Because it's got to be in the middle.
It's got to be in the middle of the two numbers, and it's got to be greater than that smaller one. Okay, so it can't be 6. Good guess, though. What else do we think?
Divide.
If we divide, that would be smaller. If we multiply, that would end up bigger.
I'm just guessing.
Right.
I say you
Add.
If we add 14 plus 8, we get 22. Can this line be 22?
I think so.
No.
Why
The
not?
bottom one's too smaller.
Bottom one's smaller. Okay, it has to be in the middle of 8 and 14. We're on the right track with adding, though. There's just one more step we got to do.
Oh, add it up to divide by 2.
Yep, we're going to divide by 2 to get 11. Okay? So, to find the mid-segment, you're taking the average of the two bases.
Okay, that's easy.
Average of the two bases. Okay? So, you're taking the average of the two bases to find your mid-segment. Go ahead and try those last two. So, if you're confused, follow this formula. Base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2 to give you your mid-segment. 5, we want to find the mid-segment, so what do we need to do? Add them up. Divide by 2. You're taking the average, so we get 8. To check, does that make sense to have 8 there? How far away is 6 from 8? 2. How far away is 8 from 10? 2. So you should have those be the same. Okay, you can check that way if you want. Last one, number 6. What do we do?
24 plus 18 equals
24 plus 18
42. Divide by 2 equals 21.
is 42. Divided by 2 gives us 21. Does that make sense in there?
Yes.
This is
3.
Yes. Okay. Any questions about mid-segments or angles of trapezoids or anything about trapezoids?
No.
Okay. Segment, you're finding the average. If you have not yet, write this down. This is going to come in handy for you later on.